the cardstock debacle.
Oh, the cardstock debacle. Guys, we go into Biggie Bigs.
We do not call it that.
Good morning, guys.
If we look a bit like windblown.
Windblown beard. We've been...
Imagine your beard in the wind.
It's actually evening. We just got home from our Good Friday service that our church did in a baseball field. It was a lot of fun and it was really meaningful. I got to share tonight, and Easter weekend was always, I think, my favorite weekends pastoring when we lived in Massachusetts, and I was pastoring full time, and
it was like a marathon weekend.
It was a marathon weekend. Easter weekend as believers in Jesus, like that is it's celebrating the heart of what we believe. And so we, as a church, pull out all the stops. We would have a celebration, meal together, all kinds of things. And so, yeah, it was a marathon. I would often be speaking on Friday night and then Sunday morning. This year, I got to speak on Friday night, and it was a really just sweet time. We had families in a baseball field spread out, and yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, church during a pandemic, figuring out how to creatively and safely meet, and we wanted to share a meal together, so we said, bring a picnic blanket, bring your own food. So everybody just had their own food. People, excuse me, some people brought, like,
we're a little gassy.
We just had seltzer water. Some people brought like restaurant food, whatever, and right before we left, because we were going early to set up, I was like, oh no, we have to bring food for ourselves. Because
I was like, this is why we're just now picking up the camera. I was working on finishing up my message for tonight, and
then there was the cardstock debacle.
Oh, the cardstock debacle. Guys, all right, so I had this brilliant idea. We've been having outdoor services as a church, and we've been printing our song lyrics so that people can follow along as we sing. And the last couple Sundays have been really windy, and like lyrics sheets are like blowing across the parking lot where we meet on Sunday mornings. And anyways, I was like, I'm gonna go get cardstock paper. And so we ran to 3 different stores.
Okay, well, no, first he placed an instant cart order for Sam's Club, and literally that was like the only thing we really wanted from there, but we filled up the rest of the order. We got some half and half.
We needed some groceries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the instant cart order, the only thing that they didn't have was cardstock.
And I was like, oh, well, no. I placed an Instacart order this morning. I have to go through the whole debacle that this was. I placed an Instacart order, and then they called me. Well, I get a notification.
I think it was a scam.
No, I don't think it was a scam, because it was actually Instacart. I think I don't know. It was really weird, but basically, I saw that the shopper shopped for our items, but then they called, not the shopper, but Instacart support called me and was like, the customer is having trouble with the customer card. And I thought they meant like my Sam's Club membership card. And I was like, oh, do I have the wrong membership number on there? But then I realized, no, that hasn't changed. That shouldn't be the issue. And they're like, we're gonna have to cancel your order. So they canceled the order.
Well, I don't know. There was some confusion.
There was a lot of confusion over that. I think they were offering to like replace the order, which made me feel suspicious.
Yes.
Like,
I thought they were asking for our credit card number.
No, they weren't asking for that, but long story short, I was like, okay, just cancel that order. And so what I did was I just went on and placed the order again. And so the second time it actually worked, the person shopped, and like Mary said, they had everything that we ordered except for the cardstock paper.
So then we were like, well, we still need cardstock. So we went out
I was like, okay, closest store is Walgreens. And I've bought computer paper at Walgreens before, so I thought they'd probably have cardstock.
Yeah, certainly it'll be overpriced, but we need it, so.
Yeah, the closest store, no.
Yeah.
Across the street was Big Lots, so.
The Biggie Bigs.
The Biggie Bigs. We go into Biggie Bigs.
We do not call it that.
They did not have cardstock either. Then I remembered, oh, there's a FedEx like office and print place across the street. They'll probably have cardstock. I should have asked like behind the counter what they had, but I go in there and I find a pack of cardstock, and so we buy it. And we come home, I stick it in the printer, and.
Are you eating any soup?
Miso soup?
Miso soup.
I'll have a small bowl of miso. That sounds good. We were out in the cold, so it kind of sounds like, it was like 45 degrees, which is cold.
And windy.
Yeah, very windy. Excuse me. So anyways, I get the cardstock, I put it in the printer, and I go to print the lyrics, and the lyrics are just like rubbing off of that paper. And I'm like, oh, this paper's not supposed to go in a laser printer. And so,
they're playing cat and dog games.
After all that, I printed the lyrics on regular sheets of paper. I don't know why I told you that very long, extended story.
Well, maybe why we're just picking up the camera at night.
Yes, there was a lot going on today. And a lot of good things. I'm really grateful. Mary and I just keep expressing our gratitude that we have a church where we can meet outside and feel safe, and just so grateful, and
plenty of space.
Yeah.
I mean, we had 2 baseball fields to spread out.
Yeah, we had an Easter egg hunt for the kids after the service, and you know, spread them all over the baseball field, and it was cool.
Can I tell a recipe really quick?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so when I first started wanting to make miso soup, it feels very intimidating now.
Now that I'm not in the frame?
When I first wanted to make miso soup, I think I Googled a couple miso soup recipes. And first of all, you need a miso, I think this is called miso paste. Peter, the dancing is not helping me. Okay, you need dashi soup base. There's a powdered version. I'm not familiar with it. This is what H Mart had, and this is what I bought. And
it works.
This is miso paste. That's the word, right?
Yeah, right?
Miso paste, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so here are my...
recommendations?
Yes. I tried a couple different ways. None of the recipes worked out for me.
Hi, Harry.
I do 1 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of dashi, 1 tablespoon of this miso paste. Stir, 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 heat it up. If you want more than 1 serving, do 2 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of this, 2 tablespoons of this.
Nice.
That's what works for me. And then there is a package of, this is what the package looks like. I kept it. It's like dried seaweed, basically, little shrivels.
How much do you put in, like, your cup recipe?
So, like that much.
Yeah, so...
Like a teaspoon.
I was gonna say, use the measurement of the middle of Mary's palm.
Like a teaspoon for 1 serving. Or actually for 2 servings.
Yeah.
I thought I'd need like a whole quarter cup, and we had a lot of seaweed in there.
Yes, that is true.
Peter's like, could we go a little lighter with the seaweed next? Anyway, that's my story, and
I love it.
I thought I started rice tonight when we got home. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell. So we were like, oh no, we have to leave and we need to bring food. I was already hungry at that point.
Yes.
So I was like, okay. Well, we got naan.
In that Sam's Club order, because we were trying to fill up our cart.
We got naan, and so I grabbed 2 sheets of naan, whatever it's called, 2 pieces of naan bread, and I was like, oh, we have a can of tuna. So I grabbed a can of tuna, and we had a little packet of mayonnaise.
Yeah, like leftover from one of our meal delivery kits.
And I grabbed the can opener, and I was like, oh, we're good to go. And I was like, oh, that is gonna be so awkward sitting there, having a picnic, opening my can of tuna. Anyway, so I opened the can, drained the water, poured it in a plastic Ziploc bag. I did feel awkward. When we got there, squirted the mayonnaise in the Ziploc and squished it up to mix it.
It was a little awkward. We're like dumping it out of the bag into our knot. But anyways, it was delicious.
It was. We were hungry.
Okay, we were hungry. I don't know how delicious it was, but that was our day, our evening. We wanted to check in with you guys, share what we've been up to today. We're gonna have a bowl of miso soup. We're gonna
some rice and seaweed after when the rice is done. But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. Oh, when we went to the Biggie Bigs, Mary found some noodles.
Egg noodles. Spätzles. Spätzles.
The girl at the register was like, what do you use those for?
I was like, they're really good. I put them in chicken noodle soup.
There you go.
If you were also wondering. Okay, so we're gonna eat our miso soup, and as always,
see you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Right in our way.
Good night.